Good morning, ma'am. Good morning, classmate. My topic is all about soul making, making and deriving meaning from art. In order for humans to make sense of language and derive meanings from words, semantics and grammatical rules are important elements to be considered. Aside from this, context and symbolisms are also considered to interpret and analyze either verbal or written works. So we have to acquire basic knowledge such as language and intonation for us to understand words or verbal works. When it comes to art, in order for people to make sense of the work, it would require understanding the visual elements where art was grounded on, especially the principles of design. So we have to be aware of the 7 principles of design. It is important to note that the audience of the artwork must have a certain level of awareness to the style, form, and content of the said work. Without such understanding, it would be difficult to appreciate the visual arts in its fullness and entirely. For example, for us to be able to judge a painting contest, we have to be proficient in painting. Style refers to the distinctive handling of elements and media associated with the work of an individual artist, a school, a movement, or a specific culture or time period. Throughout history, there have been developments in art styles that depict different and varied methods of expression. Like clothing and fashion and song types, art also has trends. Even Mobile Legends has what we call meta. This trend change from time to time and depending on the people's current wants. Okay. Artworks also have certain form. This form is what we call the audience sees a finished product put harmoniously according to the different principles of design. In essence, form is totally of the artwork, which includes the textures, colors, and shapes utilized by the artist. The content of an artwork includes not only its form but also its subject matter and underlying meanings or themes. The perceiver of the artwork must take into consideration the totality of elements, underlying themes and motifs and composition. So, for us to understand artworks, we have to be capable of the form of it such as its shapes, colors, and textures, plus we also should know the meaning behind the drawing, painting, or sculpture. So that is it, guys. Thank you.
Improvisation. Improvisation can be defined as doing something without prior preparation, the decision to act something that may not necessarily be planned. Improvisation also become an integral part of arts. Example of improvisation: when artists would want to capture the gloom brought about by an approaching storm or the beauty of a meteor shower at night. Since they do not necessarily have absolute control over natural phenomena, their reliance on chances may not necessarily produce the expected outcome. During the 20th century, they say it is a reaction against the stiffness in arts. And also, during the 20th century, there is a call liberation from monotony that aims to rekindle the creative spirit of people in the arts. So, in the improvisation, when artists make his work, he has already an idea of the elements that will be included in his work. So lastly, in essence, improvisation is evident in the process of making the painting.
Di po ma'am, I am Alhadi A. Omar po. My report is about improvisation po. The definition of improvisation is the act of coming up with something on the spot, which is an improvisation daw is like gumagawa ka ng art daw on the spot. An occasional improvisation is a set of actors performing beside a script that which is improvised and impromptu. Which is daw ma'am, yung improvisation po ma'am. Improvisation po ma'am is kahit na wala pong script yung artist is kaya nila napapaganda yung mga ginagawa nila For example po ma'am, pag gumagawa po sila ng drama ma'am, na without preparation po ma'am, is kaya po nilang gawin. Kaya nila pong gawin ng maganda po. Dahil po, malawak yung pag-iisip nila. At saka, handa silang kalabanin yung mga takot nila. Dahil, kaya napapaganda yung mga performance nila. The act of compromising and rendering music and poetry, which is daw is improvisation po ma'am, is kailangan po siya ma'am sa art, pati poetry po ma'am. Dahil po meron po ma'am mga pagkakataon na pinapagawa ka ng art na without any preparation at nagagawa mo yun ng maganda. Improvisations teaches student how to make decision quickly, how to preserve calm in a quickly and emotional state of affairs, as well as how to think, act, and feel simultaneously. Like, improvisation daw ma'am is nakakatulong siya masyado ma'am sa mga estudyante. Dahil po ma'am, yung mga estudyante po ma'am is kaya po sila ma'am nakakaya po nila gumawa ng mga art or mga drama na on the spot na which is wala silang preparation at saka wala silang preparation at nagagawa nila ng maganda dahil nagde-take sila ng risk ma'am. Nilalabanan nila ma'am yung improvisation, yung takot po nila ma'am. For instance, ma'am, improvisation is the activity of making or doing something not planned beforehand, using whatever can be found. The skill of improvisation can apply to many different faculties across all artistic, scientific, physically, cognitive, academic, and academic disciplines. Which is, ma'am, yung improvisation daw is activity or doing something not planned beforehand, using whatever can be found. Yung mga ginagawa daw nila ma'am is kahit wala po silang mga preparation po ma'am, nagagawa nila yun ma'am ng maganda dahil po ma'am sa tulong po ng improvisation po ma'am. Ang improvisation po ma'am is the skills of improvisation can apply to many different po ma'am faculties across our artistic, scientific, physically, cognitive, and non-academic disciplines po ma'am.
Good morning and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am reporter by note is Sanki. Our topic today all about appropriations, incomplete and applicant creating and printing development. It can new museum. Also, thank you means of network artists of interested audience during of Twitter creative people standard raising of question written on the driving meaning give of community of the network to the view rather of applicant and others. So, ang ibig sabihin ng propositions and yan po ang laag ng guguliin. Kung para sa matapos ng isang patpol, pamamaraan ng umuundad sa mga isang tao na misyo gumagawa sa mga isang komisyo nang iniisip ng makatapos ng pintar nila, interesado magla kabana ng mga panahon ng kabataan ng katotohanan ng mga tao, pamamantaya pagtaas ng bawat rehiyon ng mga inyong sandali. Yun po ang pagkakaalam ko sa appropriations. And topic and of number 1 and an act in interest of promoting something. Isang kumikilos na pagkakataon sa magaling bagay sa isang lugar. Na something that open operations and scientific money set of aside of period formal action of precisions. The formal action of scientific cities of proposition of sweep. Example, the approbation of son of referred the bride. Number 2 ay isang bagay na maging angkinin, tiyakin ang para kung saan sa isang labi sa pamamagitan aksyonan ng tiyak na gumagamit ng mga guhit sa pag-aaral ngunit sa isang mga estudyante. For example, ang lagaang paguguliin ng mga tunong upang magkukumpani ng mga bagong mga babae sa ikinakakasal. Okay po, yun po, and maraming salamat.